There are 5 key mistakes that property investors make, which you can overcome and move forward in your property journey. Hi, it's Kam Dovedi from Premier Property, and it's exactly what we're going to be discussing today. So as you can see on this flip chart, I have these 5 indicated here right now, and we're going to jump straight into the first one. So the first one is your financial freedom plan. So many people out there do not have a destination where they actually want to arrive to. They're just fumbling around, thinking about things, thinking about different strategies, and it is, like I say, all a bit of a fumble, a lot of confusion. So let's get some clarity around this. At Premier Property, we have a financial freedom plan. So you can do this. So you can have a 5-year plan. What is it you want to achieve in 5 years? What are your dreams? How are you actually going to achieve them? What's that dream? Write it down, make notes of this, exactly like we do at Premier Property. Now, within that 5 years, that's a large chunk, isn't it? We can then break this down into a year. So what tangibles are you going to be putting into place in a year? Now, you might not know all of them, and that's okay. Just think of some specifics, and the rest of it is pretty flexible, just the way it works out, right? So you've got that 1 year. Now, within that 1 year, now you're becoming even more detailed. Now you have a quarterly plan. Within your quarter, you can put in things that you can do on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on the weekends, whatever time that you have, you can put that into perspective and put it into plan. Now you've got a really good plan, and now you have tasks and ways to move forward in your property journey. Now, that's really good, isn't it? You've got all of that there. Also, my suggestion is, and we do this, I personally do this on a monthly basis, is to have a quick mission statement of what you're aiming to achieve for the month and look in on that. Also, I attach to this why I'm actually doing this. So you'll have your key drivers. Maybe it's your friends and your family. Maybe it's a legacy. Maybe like me now, it's more about philanthropy. What are you going to do? So, on your mission, your monthly statement, you're looking at your tasks, you're breaking it down, and also you are making sure that you know why you're doing this. Hope I'm making sense here for you. So, financial freedom plan, so important. So, following this, the next thing is the question about debt. Now, when I grew up in my background, debt was really frowned upon because I was really from a poor background, and we never really understood how debt really worked. We thought debt was bad. It's only as I became a property investor that I understand that debt can actually be good. So there is good debt versus bad debt. So think about this, right? So your holidays, your cars, your shoes, your handbags, your watches, your lovely clothing that you're wearing, all of these things, all the material things, if you were to get a loan on this, that would be a bad debt, wouldn't it? Yeah, think about it. But how about property investments? So at Premier Property, we use leverage, we use banks, we use JV partners, we also use funding from different platforms such as crowdfunders as well, which we're looking into right now. So different ways of funding assets, income producing assets. So if you think about this, is that a bad debt, or actually is that a good debt that's allowing you to do even more than you would normally, right? So think about that. Good debt versus bad debt. Good debt at Premier Property, we're all up for this, because this, like what I say, allows you to move forward, right? Now, jumping into the next one is SPS, which is the shiny penny syndrome. There are so many people who get started, and I used to be one of these people. You get started in something, but you know what? There's always a new thing and a new thing and a new thing, and you get halfway through doing something, and then you get stuck, don't you? And you move on to the next thing. But would you agree, guys, that if you're actually making sure that you start something that you have to complete? Now, if you're like me, you've had to learn this. You got to complete, haven't you, what you start? That's what I say to myself all the time. At the same time, I like to start new things. Now, if you're kind of a person like me where you like starting things, but you're not that great at completing, you got to, like I say, think about how you're going to work a plan to complete this. Okay? One of the things I like is really good types of project management software. Simple things, a to-do list, pieces of paper that you can actually write down something on that you're actually going to complete by the end of the day. And my suggestion is pick 3 and a maximum of 3, and you'll get these things done. So, thinking about how you can overcome that shiny penny syndrome where there's always something new. Or maybe you're a kind of person that actually starts something and you will always complete it. You will not settle until you've completed it. Well, good for you. Well, then the next step is going to be even more relevant for you. And this is the latest fad. The latest fad in the property industry. Now, one of the things that you'll notice in the property environment, just being completely honest with you, is that there is always the latest fad, the latest strategy, the latest gadget. Have you noticed this? Now, the thing is, just being truthful with you, actually many of these strategies have been around for years and years and years. And time to time, through the property market cycle, they're repackaged and recycled, and they're made out to be that there's something new. But actually, really, if you think about it, they've been around for many, many, many years. Okay, of course, there's always a new version, but they have been around. Misguided action. So let's think about action right now. There are 3 specific types of action that you can take. So the first one is action without any learning. Now, that in property, from my point of view, is the easiest way of losing money. I used to be that person when I started my property journey, and what I found was that my excuse is that I couldn't find people that actually really wanted to share the information. I couldn't find those people. Or if I found them, they, like out there can be quite sharky, can't it? Those people didn't want to really share. So, I had to work out the action, but wasn't really the most effective in my early part of my property journey that I'm sharing with you right now. So that's one perspective. The second way is to actually learn and learn and learn and learn. But where's the action? So there comes a point, doesn't there, where you got to take the action. So learning without action, there ain't really any action, is there? That's the second way. So the third way, which is our preferred method at Premier Property, and we apply this on a daily basis, on every minute of our life we're applying this, and this is learning. And what I've noticed about learning is that it's lifelong, it's never ending. It doesn't matter how experienced you are, there's always another level. Would you agree with me? So you're learning, and then you're taking the action. And as you're taking the action, it's actionable learning. As you're making the learning actionable, you are bringing your own way, your own methods, the way that you want to do it. You've got your own signature on what you are doing. So hope you find this video very useful, and feel free to comment on this video. If you like it, just give me a little like on this video. And if you're enjoying this, I'll do more of these videos and give you some more tips. If you're enjoying this video, I have a treat for you. At Premier Property, we're running a Property Investor Success Day. It's a one-day training that I'm doing, and I'll be personally training this, where I'll go through 10 specific strategies that we're implementing at Premier Property right now, with case studies, facts, figures, and so many people, just normal people like us, where they're getting really good results. So all you got to do is register here on this page. Just click the link, register like what I say, and I'll see you at the next Property Investor Success Day for you to move forward in your property journey.